That one fear that tells you you gotta save all these different things because there's 3 days of darkness or 10 days of darkness. What if those dark days are gonna be a lot more than 3 and 10 when you lose a loved one that is playing a puppet game? Because this WAR3, it's not with humans, and it's not for humans. Someone once said 3 different things make you I'm gonna leave that blank, but I will give you 2 clues that because of greed and STUPIDITY. Find out what the other one is. That's all the theater we're in. Why does it take us so long to find out and accept that we are not dealing with someone that has the strength to show their face, but infiltrates and hurts and does everything from the dark? I have to watch out my words because I've gotten a couple strikes already. And you and I know that AI is replacing humanity more and more every day, which is a great tool, but it's not smart enough. It has not become sentinel, where it allows itself to understand that not everything is literal. This brings me to the subject. Now, the big warning is about the 10 days of darkness and preparing to eat. I assure you, it's going to be a lot more than 10 days. What are you going to say to your family members when you lose that one family member that went to face up something that did not belong to him or her? And I don't want to have to spell it again, because I already did. But because we refuse to be so stubborn, and that other big word that I spelled out that starts with STUPIDITY, what is worth more to you, your life or obedience to the puppeteer? Yes, I will say it a million times, because as long as I get to save one person that listens, this is not your fight. This is not the fight at home. We got many battles here at home. Poverty that ignores why the hunger, the thirst, the lack of clothing and shoes, but more than anything, the lack of education. Why don't we devote all that wealth to that battle at home? Each country to their own issues, because it is an agreement by all heads of all countries. What if it is up to you puppet to begin and say today, I value my life and I will do as I love to act and be in the mission at home. Stay home. Don't go out there. How much longer is it going to take us to accept that there is not only one smart being on earth and that all this WARS is in between many other species? That if you were to see them face to face right this moment as your reality, you would not be able to accept it. Because it is the half lie that we've been told. In all those movies of all those costumes, they are more real than you can possibly imagine. So think again. If you are ready, if you are ready to face something that will be the last thing that you will see because you will not be coming home. What if I am right on this? And many others have been sharing it with you. You're not coming home to your dog. You're not coming home to your loved ones, to your truck, to your hunting, to your golf, to your parties. But because you still believe that the Jew is only that one that was born in Judea, you have not connected that when it was said, throw your net to the right, it means connect with the right side of your hemisphere. Because all those RELIGIONS have been paid off, destined to continue the lie, to not inform you, not teach you. This has been going on for thousands of years. But very few will hear the call. Very few will be willing to accept, to open that door and begin to dig, dig, dig. Find out the truth. Find out your truth. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe how treacherous some can be because of greed. You don't have to believe that you are the puppet between the left and the right and you're stuck in the middle. Why don't you look back? Look at all your life and see what is that you have been facing all your life. Something that from the dark, it's always, constantly doing something to keep you down. And now the time has come for you to think that maybe this is the way that you're going to prove your strength, that you're going to prove your worth in going out there for a stranger. And what about the ones at home? use money for everything else. Think about all the poverty that you have seen. Take the 50 houses, the perimeter around your house. Walk in every one of them. Find out the percentage of their wealth or their poverty. Talk to them. Ask questions. Because obviously you don't want to listen to your inner voice telling you. Because you don't take the time to meditate. Why is it that even though the name Jesus, because his real name is Yeshua, Yeshua Messiah, we speak of him, and all we want to do and should do is practice his teachings. Don't create another RELIGIONS, because there is thousands of those. And what is the world doing? Each time the puppeteer creates a bigger theater, the stage has more actors all the time. There is no such thing as anybody saving you but yourself until you put aside that which is said by his own words. Put all, don't bring your thoughts. Meditate. Dedicate yourself that 10% of the time for yourself. At your house, in your bathroom, in the garden, somewhere. 10 minutes a day. Maybe today you should begin. You could be saving yourself your life. Or maybe if you share this video, you could save the life of one of them soldiers. It doesn't pay enough. When the risk is losing your life, how many times will you continue ignoring the warning? Today more than ever. Today more than ever, learn to listen to your inner voice. I will be coming up with new shows this coming week. I might create another whole channel. And the things that I will share there will be more in depth. And as I have said, a lot of my own story, my experiences, you would be surprised how much one person's story could be similar to somebody else's. Because we live exactly the same thing. The battles are the same. They're just at different times. For the no ones, if you still think that Eve ate the apple and that woman was extracted from your rib, that is the biggest STU PITY, that you have believed all your life and you continue believing it. Because in the beginning, when everything was created, everything had a male and a female. But some English was smart enough to create a story and dress it up and make it look like the male energy was Adam. But in reality is, when you take the energy over ATOM, you split it up. You have the male energy and the female energy. Which one is the female energy? They gave it the name of Eve. In other words, you split the atom, you obtain the proton and the electrons. But when it comes in the physical, the body came to be. The body is the male. And what tells the body how to act, in which way to act? It requires a thought. That's the female energy that works together, male and female, the body and the thought. But because we have thought that story is supposed to be taken literally, that someone went and ate an apple, where is the common sense that all humanity is now judged, that somebody had to give their whole life, came and taught in the attempt of educating humanity, and we're still not able to understand that the whole Bible is an allegory and it's only part of the whole truth. But very soon, when you get to have all those characters that have been portrayed in movies, when you see them face to face, because those have been the ones facing up high in the real WARS. Not for the one species, but for the whole group of different species that exist. And I'm not referring to animals. Yes, some of them have characteristics of animals. And I'm not referring to the plants. Yes, and some of them may look like a plant. I am referring that the real WARS have always been for the portals where you access other universes, other planets, instantly. You want to travel? In a glimpse of an eye, you will be there. But for greed, the airlines were created, the consumption of petrol products. Dig, dig. The more you dig, the more we have been destroying Earth. Because that's what keeps the tectonic plates, those tectonic plates, aligned and avoiding the eruptions. And that's the reason why certain things will be caused and it will be blamed on nature. Just like they're playing around with the weather. How is it possible that in one place, in one state, can be in one day 80 degrees and then the next day 40 degrees? Where is your common sense? repulsive that we keep refusing to not see the truth. And hardly anybody dares to say the truth because they're afraid that they're not going to get monetized. What is money compared to the value of a life? Of all those thousands of lives that are being sent out there like puppets. Don't talk among each other. You should talk and communicate among each other and figure it out and realize that there is all set up. Very few of you will be coming back. Find out that there is two different missions, same timing, same days, different place, different purpose. Many of you will not come back. And I will leave it here. So I think I have said enough. If you don't want to open your eyes and open your ears and save your life or save the life of someone or the life of someone that's dear to someone that you may know, and just because you think that it's not enough to share it with somebody out there, remember, everything that you do unto others, it will be coming back to you. Love thy neighbor, but of course, how can you love your neighbor if you don't even love yourself? What if? What if that's the wall that we're hitting every time? It was very clearly said, love thy neighbor as you love yourself. Has anybody ever taught you how to love yourself for real? How to be loyal and honest with yourself at all times? Because if you are in that schedule of 9 to 5, if you have in your life one puppet, that is you following the orders, the instructions, submitting yourself to somebody else's personal desire. Yes, and I still love your whole existence and I love your soul. Have a beautiful day. Put it here. Shit. Oh boy. It's over there. Go to sleep,